So have you ever felt like you need to be perfect to be an effective leader? Yeah, well, you're not alone. So I'm coaching a client right now who is feeling the pressure from her team to always have the answer and to always know exactly how to move forward in any situation. And she's exhausted. Well, what's fascinating in the coaching, we realized is the team is not putting pressure on her to be perfect. She's putting pressure on herself. That's what we're going to explore today in our Thoughtfully Fit Thursday is something that every leader faces but rarely discusses. And that's imperfection. As a matter of fact, every month we host a Thoughtfully Fit gym free workout. It's open to anybody. It's a 30-minute workout where you can come and train your brain to get thoughtfully fit so you can handle any situation thoughtfully. And we always have themes. We've got a title for the workout and a description. Do you know what the number one biggest workout was where we had the most registrations and the most people attending? Want to guess? Imposter syndrome. These are smart managers, successful leaders, highly credible people who are coming into this session to learn how to not feel bad that they aren't perfect. That's the reality. And what I want you to know is you're not alone. This is, for me, one of my biggest challenges. My loudest trash talker, some of you, if you've been following me for years, you know her name, right? Little Miss Perfect Pants. So she wants everything to be planned and perfect before execution. I don't care if it's on the personal front or the professional front. If it is doing some kind of a athletic adventure or some kind of new endeavor professionally. Little Miss Perfect Pants wants everything to be planned. And not only to be planned, but then to have a contingency plan and a contingency plan for the contingency plan. And well, first of all, it's exhausting and it's ineffective because it prevents us from being able to be innovative and move forward. Now, here's what's interesting. When the pandemic hit here in Madison, I remember it was the week of March 12th that our world, I mean, I had, I think 12, I don't remember, it was 12 or 19 events canceled that week. And we realized like, oh man, this is big. This is unprecedented. And so our team talked about, we need to do something to help. Like, this is not business as usual. We are not going to be selling anything. We need to be of service. And so we put our heads together and we thought, what do we do best? What's our unique ability that we can help as people are challenged in a way that none of us had ever been challenged before? And we came up with this idea to do social distance coaching. And so every day from noon to 1, we did group coaching. Up to 12 people could join in for free. And we had topics that were very timely to discuss in the group coaching every day. And it was totally imperfect. Normally, to pull something off like this, it would have taken us months. We would have had everything scripted and planned out and an agenda and an instructor guide and images and marketing. We just said, we got to do this. And we launched it immediately. And you know what's interesting? It was a huge hit. And it was totally imperfect. But it was a hit because we were present in the moment with what was needed. We were vulnerable. We were just connected. And it was beautiful in its imperfection. Now, what we didn't know is that COVID would be our most successful year in business to that point. So what do you do if you are watching this and realizing that you struggle with imperfection or imposter syndrome? First of all, I want you to just recognize that you are human. And that is important to know, that being human means we are imperfect. And to be authentic and vulnerable is a part of being human. We're not robots. And the title of leader or manager doesn't grant you all the answers or the ability to do everything perfectly. As a matter of fact, showing vulnerability and imperfection builds trust and stronger relationships with team members. Number 2, imperfection is necessary for innovation. Embracing imperfection as a leader fosters a culture of innovation. If you get everything perfect on the first try, chances are you are playing it safe. You are not being bold enough. And there are tremendous benefits to failing fast and having a fail fabulous approach. We always talk about what was your fabulous failure. It'll help you to be more bold and innovative. And number 3, portraying perfection as a leader, well, it leads your team to feel like they also need to be perfect. And that is not the recipe for a winning culture, and it's not sustainable. So here are a couple tips on how to model imperfection and embrace imperfection as a leader. 1, just admit your mistakes openly. Recognize that they are part of the process and an important part of the process. And number 2, share your lessons learned from your failures and encourage your team members to do the same so that you make it okay to not be perfect. Now, this doesn't mean you need to lower your standards for quality. And certainly there will be times where something needs to be perfect, where you've got a report going out and you want every T crossed and every I dotted. That's great, but recognize that there are also places where expecting perfection all of the time can create an environment where people can't innovate or share openly what their ideas are or be bold. So as we close, I want to leave you with the core workout. As you know, the core of Thoughtfully Fit is to pause, think, and act. So when you notice that feeling of the need to be perfect, hit the pause button. And think about that imperfection and reframe it. How can I use that imperfection to my advantage right now? How can I be more bold and innovative? How can I use my imperfection to be more authentic and vulnerable and connect more with others? And then act by leaning into that imperfection instead of feeling like this need to appear perfect. Those 3 steps, if you can pause, think, and act, you'll build your resilience. And of course, as always, if you want support, reach out to us. We love coaching and training managers, leaders, and teams on how to embrace their imperfection. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Darcy Loma, and I love being on this journey with you. Take care. Happy Thoughtfully Fit Thursday.